Hi, welcome to the tutorial on how to complete activities in the Smarter DC Challenge. If you haven't already signed up for the challenge, go ahead and take a look at our first tutorial on how to sign up for the challenge. If you have already signed up, we'll go ahead and get started. So click on this blue login button and enter in the login information that you first created when you signed up for the challenge. Sometimes it does take a second to load. Okay, so you should be taken directly to the leaderboard here, but if for some reason you're taken to the property page, which looks like this, go ahead and click on the orange line if you're an organization, or to be a blue line if you're a property. Go ahead and click on that line, and then click on the challenges button, and then click go to the challenge. So we're back here on the leaderboard. This would show the number of activities you've completed, which right now we've completed 0, the number of points that you have, and your current rank. You can see the top 5. In this case, this is the top 5 organizations. If you're in the property challenge, it would be the top 5 properties currently in the challenge. You can also take a look at all of the rankings by clicking on View All Standings. And you can see all the rankings for those competing in the challenge and their points on this page. So I'll go back to the leaderboard. So to complete an activity, you click on Get More Points. Sorry, sometimes the website does take a second. All right, so this is the complete list of activities for the organization challenge. There are, as it says here, 114 activities. I will note that the activities between the organization challenge and the property challenge are different. So in this drop-down box here, you can kind of filter through the different categories of activities. So say you wanted to look at the purchasing activities, click on Purchasing, and you'll be taken to a list of just the purchasing activities. So I'll go ahead and do a sample, complete a sample activity here. So the green line here is the name of the activity. This line underneath is the category, and then underneath that is a short description. And then of course here is the point value for each activity. So to complete an activity, click on the green activity name. So in here is a little more detailed description of the activity. This says what a green team is, how do you create a green team, and then usually we do include some supporting knowledge. So these links go to different knowledge center sites, so giving different resources on how to form a green team and best practices for green teams. Sometimes we'll also link to outside websites that we think are great resources for that certain activity. So if you have already formed your green team, you can go ahead and click Complete this activity. And you'll enter the date here of your first green team meeting. So I'll just say it was the 4th. And then in the description box for each activity, we really want you to be as detailed as possible. So for the green team, we'd love to know who's on your green team, how you recruited all those members, what you discussed at your first meeting, your goals for the future, any metrics that you're using to look at the success of your green team, and anything else that you'd like us to know about your green team. You also do have the option in all of the activities to upload a file. It's definitely not necessary, but I will note that the only file types that are supported on the system are PDFs and Word documents. So, for example, if you've had your first green team meeting, we'd love to see maybe a list of your meeting agenda or the minutes from your meeting. So I'll go ahead and type in a quick description here. This is much shorter than what we'd like you to submit, but just for example's sake, and then I'll click Submit. And then this box will pop up saying fantastic work and showing the amount of points you got for that certain activity. And then, of course, you'll want to go ahead and get more points. So I'll click Get More Points here. So another thing I'll note are activities that involve metric points. So all of these activities with the gray line underneath can be completed more than one time. So for example, I'll click on this Connect with Smarter DC Network activity. This one can be completed up to 10 times. So if you post to our Twitter account or our LinkedIn page, you can receive 50 points and you can complete that up to 10 times. And now that's a total of 500 points. So that's a great way to earn points in the challenge. So every time you connect with the network by posting to Twitter or tweeting at us or posting on our LinkedIn group, you can go ahead and click Complete this activity, the date you did that, connected with the group, and a little description of what you did. So back to the list of activities. I know this list is very long, so it's a little hard to keep track of all these activities and kind of mark which ones you'd like to complete. which items you've completed in the past or which ones you're currently working on. So we have completed an activity tracking tool. So to get to that tool, click on this Challenge Help button, and then click Go to the Knowledge Center, and then search for Tracking Tool. Should be the first thing that comes up when you search for Tracking Tool, so hopefully it is in this case. Again, it does take a second sometimes, so just be patient. There we go. It's the first outcome here, and I'll click on that. So I will note, while this is loading, that if you've completed any activities in the past, go ahead and complete those activities on the website. So if you've already formed a green team a year ago, go ahead and mark that activity as complete on the website. Okay, so now we're on the page for the tracking tool. If you are taking part in the property challenge, you'll click there to download the tool. Since we're doing an example here with the organization challenge, I'll click that tool to download it. And what the tool is it's an Excel document that gives a list of all the activities in the challenge, broken out here on the tabs by category. It also shows the points and whether it's a beginner or an intermediate activity. So on this Excel document, you can mark the achievability of the activity, the costs that go into the activity, the phase you're at with that activity, who's involved in getting those activities done, and the impact of that activity. You can also note any other notes that you have when trying to complete that activity. So this is a great way to kind of get organized with completing all those activities that are in the challenge. Okay, so that is the end of our tutorial there. If you have any other questions on how to complete activities, please feel free to get in contact with us. Our email address is listed right here, sdc@smarterdcchallenge.com. So if you have any additional questions, feel free to contact us and go ahead, complete those activities, and get on the leaderboard. Thanks.